Hello everyone, my name is Holly and I'm a native English teacher from Idaho. And this is a Verbling class for this hour. And during this hour we will be talking about eternal youth. And it should be a fun class because it's something that everybody can relate to. So we will go over vocabulary words. We will read an article about eternal youth and then look at some vocabulary words and how it can be used. And then we will have a discussion about eternal youth and then a vocabulary quiz if there is time. So it'll be nice to work with you, all of you. Hello, Karam. How are you?
Good, and
Hello.
you?
Very good. It was nice to see you again.
Thank you. Holly, I wanna say you something.
Uh-huh.
I really like your class. You are really, really very nice teacher, believe me. And you teach with very happy mood
Oh,
and with very
really?
friendly.
Really? Thank you. I
Believe me.
appreciate that.
Uh, I'm really happy you are my teacher.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate hearing that. Yeah, because I love to get encouragement. So thank you very much. So yeah, and it's funny because you guys always put me in a good mood. So
Thank you.
I always get really energized after teaching you guys. So yeah, thank you. And all right, and oh, that's right. We've already talked about the weekend. You're going to a baseball game with your kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So you have also had a chance to travel around different places in the United States since being here. So all right. Hello, Alejandro.
Hello,
Nice to see you.
nice to see you too.
So, so what did you do? What did you do during the break? Because I guess there was a break.
Yes, I ate uh, dinner.
Ate dinner.
Uh,
Okay, me too. That's what I did. Yeah.
and
What
that's
did what
all.
did you have? What did you
Um,
eat?
I ate rice with fish.
Okay. All right. And what did you eat during the break? Or, what did you do? What did you do during the break? Okay. All right. Hello, Robinson. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Nice to see you. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm having a gap. Are you from Mexico or Brazil?
Oh, I am from Colombia, teacher.
Oh no. I gotta get that down. Okay, Robinson is from Colombia.
From Colombia,
Okay,
yes,
and
right, teacher.
Jonathan, you are from Colombia, right?
Yeah, you're right. How are you
Okay,
today, Holly?
very good, very good.
That's
I'm just embarrassed that I got Robinson's country wrong for like the fifth time in a row.
No, don't worry, teacher.
So, and hello, and and Robinson, what is your do you have any plans for the weekend?
Oh, teacher, I will relax, maybe in my house. Uh, Maybe I will visit my grandmother.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I'm sure she will be happy to see you.
okay,
Yeah, awesome. That's great. All right, and
yes.
Jonathan, what will you be doing this weekend?
I think I will be studying a lot because I have to to develop a project that we are not on schedule, so why I need to move forward with that.
Uh-huh. So
And
you're going to be
what are you
working
going to
then.
do? Sorry?
Oh, what am I going to do?
Yes.
Um, I'm I'm going to be teaching on Verbling. And usually I teach like early in the morning, like 12 and 1, and then I teach late at night at 10 and 11, so I have the whole day free. But this weekend, I saw that there were some more hours open in the afternoon, and so I'll teach this morning, 12 and 1, and then I'll come back and I'll teach, I think it's like 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll teach again in the evening, like I'll teach 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow in the afternoon, and then in the evening 6, 7, and 8. So I have a full work day tomorrow. I have 8 hours of teaching on Saturday. So, and I think I'm doing something similar on Sunday as well. But then the rest of the week, I think I do a bulk of my teaching on the weekends, and then during the weekdays I do other projects and stuff. So, yeah, good question. Thank you for asking. So,
You're welcome.
yeah. So if you guys
Sounds
are
like a long day.
yeah. But it's nice because what's nice about it is I get to choose my schedule. I decide when I work.
That's a good point.
It's different when somebody else tells you, okay, you have to teach at this time, or you have to work between 8 and 5, and it's really hard to do that. But when you choose it, it's a whole different thing. So
Yes, that's a good point.
yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start on this. The topic is eternal youth. And do any of you guys want to have eternal youth? Do you want to be young the rest of your life? Anyone?
No, I wouldn't like to be young my whole life.
Okay. And how about you? Okay, go on. I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Okay, because it would be boring to make the same things every day. I would prefer to change my routine, my daily activities every year.
Okay. All right. And Alejandro, how about you? Do you want to have eternal youth?
No. I prefer to live a normal life.
Okay. So to go through all the stages of life. So Kuram, Kuram, how about you? Would you like to be young the rest of your life and never die, maybe?
I hope I really feel good when I am always young.
Okay, so you wouldn't mind eternal youth. Okay, awesome. All right, and Robinson, how about you? Would you want eternal youth?
Oh no, teacher. I prefer live my life and how all people and the nature is perfect. So I think that uh, all people die. All people must die. Maybe.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so you prefer basically what you would like to do is to live in all the different stages in life that we have, which I totally understand. I'm a weird person because I have actually looked forward to my retirement years for a lot of years. So, and not because I don't like my job or anything. It's just that I think it would be fun to be older. I don't know why. So, Jero, can you speak? Jero Enrique? Still not yet. Okay. Yeah. Have you Are you there? Was that you or was that Kuram? Jero? Okay. All right, so let's talk about different countries. We have Alejandro is from Argentina. Jonathan and Robinson are both from Colombia, and Kuram is from Pakistan. And Jero, I don't know where you're from yet, so hopefully you're able to speak soon so we can learn about you. All right, so what is the average life expectancy in Argentina, Alejandro?
80 years or 85, between 80.
80 to 85. Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. 80 to 85 years. Okay. And Robinson, what about Colombia?
Teacher, I don't know, but according to the statement of the government, the average of or life expectancy is about 33 years old.
Okay,
Between 33 and 35, maybe. I don't know.
that can't be right. Because a life expectancy is how old you are when you will die. So the average person in Colombia dies when they're 35?
Yes, maybe. Is approximately.
Okay. Jonathan, do you agree with that? 35?
I'm sorry, but I do not agree with that because the average here in Colombia is about 80, if I'm not wrong. And the years that we need to, yes, I think it's about 80 years. 75 or 80 years. 35
75
would
to
be
80.
crazy.
Have you found it on Google? Have you guys Googled it?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, okay. Because, yeah, life expectancy is, how long a person will live. Yeah, because I think most of it's at least over 50, depending on your country. So, okay,
Yes,
so
teacher,
75.
but I found a register about the violence in Colombia.
Oh,
The average of or expectative life is about the right side. Then it depends of the register.
it depends on the what?
It depends on
The region.
the region. Yes.
So I just found this website, Colombia. See, oh, I found it. Where is Colombia? I just saw it. Okay. No, Cambodia. Where is it? Why isn't it in alphabetical order? It really needs to be. So, Colombia was like 66 or something like that. Where is it?
Press Ctrl F and try to search it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I never think of those kind of things. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So right here, Colombia, and I think it's 76.8 female. Oh, that's female life expectancy. Overall, okay, the first column is overall, and of course, let me try it again. So the overall is 72.92. So, and Karam, do you know for Pakistan?
Yes, in my knowledge, the life expectancy is 60. Very lucky people that alive, and I think 75 to 80.
Okay. According to this, it's 64.57. So, but it's probably, I wonder if it's, yeah, Pakistan.
64?
Yeah, but this is what is this? This is listed from the United Nations at 2012. So it may have changed.
But
So
mostly holy people live very less. The people are very lucky that alive 75.
mhm. Okay, they're lucky to have lived to 75. Awesome. Okay, so let's put 75 and for Pakistan, and then in the U.S. That's why I googled it. I found, I was looking because I don't know the average life expectancy for see 75 years. And the USA, I don't know, but let me look on this handy dandy little thing right here. So I wonder if they have I wonder if it's the USA or United States. Um, no. So
And what does means of eternal? I know the meaning of youth, but eternal means?
eternal is never ending. So basically you would be basically the idea of eternal youth is that you will stay young forever and you will never grow old and die.
And never
Okay.
and never die?
And never die. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm not agree with this.
Okay. Okay. No, you've changed it. Okay. So United States, it's 79.8. So rounding it up to 80 years old. So I think all of our countries are about the same. My mom is 75, and she's for her age, she's actually quite healthy. She has her own issues, and her husband will be 80 this year, and here they're going strong. So anyway, so so what we're going to do is we're going to read a text about eternal youth and life expectancy around the world. Let's go ahead and match these words. We've got the words on the right. We have eternal, dismiss, regenerate, estimate, to estimate, inevitable, indefinite, extend, and what I'd like you guys to do is match to the other side. On the other side, we have no fixed end, to make longer, to guess, say something is not important, forever, make again, certain to happen, or cannot be stopped. So Robinson, can you choose one of these words and match it with the definition?
Okay, teacher. And the first word, eternal.
Mm-hmm.
Eternal. Okay. Oh, forever. Eternal.
Yeah, eternal
Forever.
would be definitely be forever. Exactly.
Yes.
Forever. Eternal. Okay, and Kuram, could you choose one of these words?
Estimate?
Mm-hmm.
Guess?
To estimate is to guess. Yes. To estimate. Now there's two pronunciations for this word. Now when it's the verb, we say estimate. To estimate. Okay. Now as a noun, it would be an estimate. So we have an estimate. Are you going to get an estimate for that project? And then are you going to estimate that project? So we have two pronunciations for both of these words. Okay. The next one, Jonathan, can you choose a word?
Indefinite.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first one. No fixed end.
Yeah. An indefinite time period, for example. Perfect. Okay, and Alejandro, can you choose a word?
Extend, make longer.
Yeah, to extend would be to make longer. Very, very good. Okay, and Robinson, can you choose another word?
Okay. Inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain to happen. Cannot be stopped.
Yeah, cannot be stopped.
Stop.
Have I told you guys about this word, inevitable? This is a word that I could not say right. I was always saying inevitable.
Inevitable. No.
And it's not correct. And my class, I was teaching a class at it was a glass company in Finland, and they said, "Holly, you're saying the word wrong." And I was so embarrassed. Oh no! Here I was, the native English teacher, and I couldn't say that word right. Inevitable. And I actually had to practice it. So now whenever I see this word, I think, "Oh no, that's the word." So, Kuram, could you choose another word?
Regenerate, make again.
Yes, to regenerate would be to make again. When I see this word, I always think of science fiction. I don't know why, but I always do. To regenerate. Okay, and then Jonathan, could you read one? Read the last one.
Wait a minute. Is it dismiss?
Yeah, to dismiss. Yep.
Say yes.
So when you dismiss, you're saying that something is not important. Don't worry about it, and you've just dismissed it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead. Yes, Karam.
Sometimes we use the officer dismiss that person. So how can we use that?
Okay. Dismiss has several meanings. The one, for example, the office dismissed the person, or he was dismissed from class, means he was told to leave. Okay, or something like that. He was dismissed from jury duty. Means he does not have to serve, so he is told to leave. Now, this one meaning, saying that something is not important, is for example, I was really worried about the situation, and my husband dismissed everything I said, and he doesn't seem to think it's important. So that's how it's used. It is a verb. So you would say he dismissed my worry. He dismissed my problem as not important. Okay. Is there any other? Thank you. Any other words here? Okay. We will practice these words later, most likely. So now what we're going to do is practice reading. And what we'll do here is, as most of you have been in my classes before, you know that we'll look at these words on the bottom, and I will write them in capital letters on the group chat, and it's on the Verbling chat. We have ghastly. Everybody know what ghastly means?
No.
Okay. And okay, bear with me. We have an accountant, we have marriage, and we have 1,000. Ghastly is kind of like it's how do I provide this? Yeah, ghastly is just kind of horrible. It's very bad. Let me show you the way it's. Let me show you in the dictionary right here. Just to show you that there's several ways to say this. Shockingly frightful or dreadful, horrible, that's one way. Ghastly would be resembling a ghost, or terrible or very bad. For example, a ghastly error, where we have a ghastly look to his face, a ghastly murder, and horribly or terribly. So it's a kind of a negative word, or describing a negative situation is what it is. So, okay, all right. Let's go ahead and see if we can practice reading, and if I will correct your pronunciation as we go throughout this. Robinson, can you read the first paragraph?
Okay, teacher. Throughout history, there have been stories of making search for eternal youth. Most people would probably dismiss these stories as being myth. However, there are scientists who state with confidence that there are people alive today who will live for 1,000 years along or longer.
Okay, Robinson, I am not hearing you. I don't see you speak, so I'm not sure. But I'm not sure you're opening your mouth far enough from some of the words. Okay, but that's one thing. So maybe open up, maybe a little bit further up and down, and that might help with your pronunciation. So there are some pronunciations. For example, this word would. We don't say the L here, so it's so this word would. Excuse me. This word would is actually pronounced like this would. Both of those are actually pronounced the exact same. Would and would. Okay. We also have myths, so we would say myths, and this is actually quite difficult. But you have the th goes out of your mouth, myths, and the same as youth. So this word you would say the word you and then add th, youth. Okay, and yeah. So, all right, let's go on to the next person. Khurram, could you read the next paragraph?
Yes. It is said that scientific breakthroughs will soon allow the body to regenerate cells indefinitely. The end would only come if there were a fatal accident. By calculating the chance of this kind of happening, it is estimated that man would live on average 2 years or so.
Okay, would live, so that's live on average, 2, and then 1,000 years. So 1,000 years or so. Okay, now I want to go over a word that it's real commonly mispronounced, like by many non-native speakers, and that's for example with break, this word breakthrough. Remember, Khurram and everyone, that when we have the words with GH at the end, so we have through, we actually do not pronounce the GH, so you don't need to even try. So we have through, we have though. None of those words are pronounced. When they are pronounced, this word, it's tough. So it's an F sound. So we would say, it is said that scientific breakthroughs will soon allow the body to regenerate. Okay, and Jonathan, you have a question. What does mankind mean? Mankind is, and I just saw that. Sorry, I should have seen it earlier. Mankind is just humans. Everybody on Earth is what mankind does.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let's go to the next paragraph. Jonathan, can you read this?
Sure. Does this mean that we will live for years in pain, or with various ghastly illnesses?
Illness.
Yes,
Illnesses.
thank you. Illnesses, which are associated with old age? Apparently, no. Diseases such as Alzheimer's or cancer are not inevitable, scientists insist.
Yeah, so inevitable. Inevitable. Yeah, you said it how I said it for many years. Inevitable. So,
Excuse me, Holly.
yes.
We pronounce breakthrough.
Breakthrough. Breakthrough. So the GH is not pronounced at all. This is not pronounced. This is not pronounced. When it is pronounced, it's like a f. So this word is tough. So we have through, though, and tough. So this is why English is hard to learn. So we have all of these are spelled very similar. You would think that O-U-G-H would have a similar sound, but it doesn't, because this one is oo, this is o, and this is uff. So so that's why it's so difficult. Yeah. So all right.
So we pronounce breakthrough.
Breakthrough, yeah. So and this one actually we pronounce this one is with an S, so we'd say breakthroughs. So we'd have to say the S as well. Breakthroughs. Okay. All right, let's go to the next paragraph. Alejandro, can you read this one?
The prospect of spiritual immortality raises many issues, but moral and practical. Are scientists playing God? Do we have the right to allow people to live indefinitely? While some commentators are horrified at the prospect, others argue that there is little difference between extending someone's life and saving it.
Perfect. Okay. Now, thank you. Commentators. Oh, this one right here. Raises instead of rises. It's actually raises. So that we do have a word that's rises, but this is a. So aises, raises.
Raises.
Yeah. All right. Now let's go to another one. Any volunteers to read?
Me?
Okay, Karam, could you read the next paragraph?
An indefinite lifespan also leads to more practical problems. What would one actually do for 1,000 years? Is it possible to work in one field for all that time? Would someone want to be dash teacher or doctor for millennium? The family structure might also come under pressure. Would be able to continue forever.
Okay, so what number 3? What word would go there? Anyone?
I think it would be an accountant.
Correct, an accountant. I'm going to move it over here. My font is bigger, I think. Okay, and then what would number 4 be?
Marriage.
Okay, all right. Would marriage be able to continue forever? Okay, now, one thing, Karam, and basically for everybody to remember, when you see a question mark here, and when you see a period, you make a pause, right? So an indefinite lifespan also leads to more practical problems. Pause. What would one actually do for 1,000 years? Okay, so you have to kind of move the sentence the sentence stress up. is it possible to work in one field for all that time? So you have to make it sound like a question, because when we ask a question in English, we make a sound. Would marriage be able to continue forever? Really? So we always have to do that kind of thing when we have a question mark. Okay, really? Marriage will continue forever? And not everybody would want that. So, all right. Who else wants to read? Jonathan, would you like to read or?
Sure.
Okay.
If scientists are successful in dramatically extending life, it is clear that society will need to change fundamentally. It may be the case that within a few years we will be offered the choice of letting nature take its course, or accepting treatment to prolong life indefinitely.
Okay, that was very good, Jonathan. This sentence this word right here, when you have the two C's together, sometimes they have two sounds and sometimes they have one sound. With this one, they have two sounds. So it's accepting. So
okay. Or accepting.
Perfect. Accepting.
Okay,
excellent.
Thank you.
All right. So are there any words or phrases in this that you guys do not know?
Lifespan.
Lifespan. Okay. Lifespan is basically like a life expectancy. So during someone's lifespan is how long a person will live. So 80 years, 70 years, 65. I don't plan on living past 75 or 80. I don't want to live longer than that. But that's a person's lifespan.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Any other words? Does everybody know what a fatal accident is?
No.
Okay. If you hear that there is a fatal accident, that means a person has died. So if you it's like you could also say a deadly accident. Okay. Any other words? This is so amazing.
Scientists.
What does
Alejandro first.
Breakthrough.
Okay, scientific breakthroughs. Okay, a scientific breakthrough is when they do something in science that is that changes the way we live. For example, when they found the cure, when they found penicillin, when penicillin was found, that was a scientific breakthrough. When they find the cure to cancer or to Alzheimer's, that will be a scientific breakthrough. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So they find good, excellent. Karam, do you have another question?
How can we pronounce the immortality?
Oh, okay, you said it almost correct, Karam. Immortality. So in this respect, okay, the prospect of immortality. So basically, someone who is mortal, a person who is mortal will die. A person who is immortal will not die. So most teenagers, for example, many teenagers, not most, many teenagers think they are immortal, that they will never die. So, any other words?
Prospect.
Okay, prospect is a possibility. So, for example, here, well, some people or some speakers are horrified at the idea or at the possibility. Others say that there's not much between extending someone's life and saving it. So this would be like a possibility. Okay.
And can you explain me what is inside this story? Basically, what is the idea of the story?
The idea of the story is that because of the technology that we're having, there is a possibility that someone might be people that we might be able to live for 4,000 years or more. We could extend our life that long if we really wanted to.
Okay, thank you.
So, would you want to live that long, Karam?
No, it's
Okay.
too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I know. I'm like thinking, 75, maybe even 65 might be good. So, how about you, Alejandro? Would you want to live 1,000 years?
No, no, definitely no.
No. Okay. So you plan on dying when it's time. So,
Yes.
Jonathan, how about you? Would you want to live 1,000 years?
I think that's a lot of time. I think we would get bored after maybe 200 years.
Uh-huh. Okay. I really agree with you because everything will like be repeating. History will repeat itself. So, unless space travel, okay. Now, if we're able to live 1,000 years and go see the rest of the universe in the spaceships, that might be a different story. So,
Yes.
and then Robinson, what would you want to live 1,000 years?
Oh, teacher, I hope die when I when I am about 100 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't want to live past 100.
Yes.
So, okay. All right. All right. Excellent. So let's go ahead and look at these comprehension questions. So, number 1, how long will people be able to live for, according to this article? Does anyone know?
1,000 years.
Okay, yeah. So, 1,000 years. So a correct sentence, grammatically correct sentence would be people would be able to live for 1,000 years or longer. Okay, why will according to the article, why will people die?
In fatal accident
Yes.
because
So
yes.
go on.
Oh, because they could die in fatal accidents or in the other form,
Mhm. Mhm.
never for nature.
Mhm. Yeah, because sickness would be abolished, so no one would die that way. So it would have to be fatal accidents. Yeah. All right. What moral and practical issues are raised by the possibility of a longer lifespan? Can anybody think of some? What are some moral issues? Will marriage last an eternity?
Maybe the accumulation of power and money for some people,
Uh-huh.
because you would have more time to make a lot of money, and it could make a greatest difference between the poor people and the rich people. I don't know. I am just guessing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that is one. It's not one that is listed here, but I think that is definitely one, you know. So, but what's listed here is, oh, that's not the right answer. I thought I copied and pasted this, but I didn't. Okay, what is listed here is that moral issues will include playing God. Practical issues include how to spend the additional time and whether jobs and marriage would last a lifetime. And I think what you mentioned was also very much an issue. that would come up on this. So, all right. Well, now these are different collocations. We have on this side, on the right, left side, we have scientific, dismiss story, a fatal, raise, play, come, let nature. On the right hand side, we have accident, take its course, as a myth, under pressure, God, breakthroughs, and issues. So what I'd like you guys to do is see if you can match these. So let's start with Alejandro. Can you match one of these?
Scientists breakthroughs.
Yeah, so scientific breakthroughs. Scientific breakthroughs. Excellent. Jonathan, can you do one?
The third one, a fatal accident.
Okay, a fatal instead of fatal, we would say fatal.
Okay, fatal. A fatal accident.
Yes, fatal accident. Okay, and Kuram, could you do one? Okay, and Robinson, can you do one?
Teacher, dismiss history as a myth.
Perfect. So these are collocations we read in the article. So bear with me a moment. Okay, I lost my mouse. my mouse. Dismiss story as a myth, or you can dismiss anything as a myth. Okay, dismiss the idea as a myth. Okay, and Alejandro, can you choose one?
Play God.
Play God, yes. To play God. Okay, and Jonathan.
The fourth one, raise issues.
Raise issues, exactly. Okay, and Robinson.
Let nature take its course.
Perfect. Let nature take its course. Okay, and then the last one, Alejandro.
Come under pressure.
Come under pressure. Okay. So we have to come under pressure, actually. To come under pressure. Okay. Do you guys know what these collocations mean? We have a fatal accident. We already know this. This is a deadly accident. So a fatal car accident, a fatal plane accident, we know that people have died. Let nature take its course. Does everybody understand what that means? Any ideas?
Yes.
Jonathan, can you explain it, maybe? Can you try at least?
Okay. That means that the normal process of the nature is followed.
Yes, the normal life process. Perfect. Process is followed. Perfect. Okay. And the next one, dismiss story as a myth. Anyone know that one?
This story is not important, just like myth.
Yes. The story is not important, and might not be true. That's how people see myths as not true. Exactly. Okay, to come under, does anybody know what that means?
Something that as for anything, you put pressure, you put stress to
Mm-hmm.
do that thing.
Okay, yeah, something that is stressful. So, yep. Okay, so, and Alejandro, do you know what to play God would be?
Yes, when you try to people live eternally, for example,
Try to say that again. Try to.
to live or to find the immortality.
Oh, okay. When you try to find immortality, yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, and also it is basically to control things, control like finding immortality, control things like God would. And that is, of course, if you believe in God, right? So, scientific breakthroughs. Jonathan, what's a scientific breakthrough?
If I'm not wrong, it's the thoughts of the scientists.
It's okay. It's not the thoughts. It's actually the findings of the
Ah, yes,
science.
yes,
They're the types of findings that are life changing. So finding a cure to cancer would be a scientific breakthrough that would change everything.
yes.
Okay. And Kurlam, what does it mean to raise issues?
Raise issues mean to extend more issues to the things that are raise more questions, more possibilities.
Okay. To bring up more questions. More questions, possibilities. Perfect. I was just using a phrasal verb that just is a little bit better. To bring up more questions or possibilities. Yes. Okay. So before we have a chance to practice these words, what I'd like to do is do these, put these collocations into these sentences, and then I would like us to practice these words. So Alejandro, can you do the first one?
Yes, the discovery of penicillin was a major scientific breakthrough.
It's a major scientific breakthrough. Perfect.
Scientific.
Okay. All right, and Jonathan.
2 cars were involved in a fatal accident.
2 cars were involved in a fatal accident. Perfect. Fatal accident. Okay. And Kurram, number 3.
Many people have story, have myth, have race, have raised the stories.
No, it's another one. Here, I'll help you out. It starts with a D.
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, so have dismissed
Okay, dismiss stories.
the story of the Yeti myth. Does anybody know what the Yeti myth is?
No.
Yes,
Could you tell us what it is, Jonathan?
it is a story that says that there is a strange creature in the North Pole, and it is totally white, and it's like a big monkey, and yes.
Oh, is that the abominable snowman?
Sorry?
We call it the abominable snowman.
Yeah, more or less.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that. I've never heard the Yeti myth though. I've never heard that before. So, all right. Number 4, Alejandro, can you do this one?
Living for 1,000 years. Um, Raise practical and social issues.
Yes. Living for 1,000 years instead of raises practical,
Yes.
yeah, practical and social issues. Perfect. Okay, and number 5, Jonathan.
Is cloning a good idea, or are scientists playing with God? Playing God.
Playing God, yeah. Okay, number 6, Kuram.
When I get cold, I don't take medicine. I just let nature.
Take its course. Let nature take its course. And also, another one we say, instead of take its course, we also have the phrase of, I just let nature run its course. Run its course. So when I get a cold, I don't take medicine. I just let nature run its course. So I let it just go through the normal process. So number 7, Alejandro, can you do that one?
The Prime Minister comes under pressure when the economy worsens.
Yeah, the Prime Minister came under pressure when the economy worsened. Now, we can say do come under pressure if this were not the past tense, but because this is the past tense, this would have to be past tense as well. Okay, so I've got some questions to ask you guys based on these words, just to practice these words. The first one, let's just ask this question, number 5. In your opinion, Jonathan, in your opinion, is cloning a good idea, or are scientists playing God?
I think it is not a very bad idea, but I think it shouldn't be used for every person that is going to die. I think it would be good if we used cloning just, for example, when a person is dying of cancer or the person is very young to die, maybe defining an age or something like that, but not cloning every person that is going to die or that is dying in the hospital, because it would be like living for eternity.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're totally fine with cloning then, as long as it's not everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Alejandro, what do you think? In your opinion, is cloning a good idea, or are scientists playing God? And before that, hello, Juan Pablo. Okay. Alejandro.
Hi. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Great. Nice to see you. So Alejandro is going to answer this question, though.
Yes, for me it's good idea for animals, or not for people, I think.
Okay. So you're fine with them cloning more cows for food and things like that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I wouldn't mind cloning my dog. So because I know he's going to die in the next couple of years, and I don't want him to die. So, so Juan Pablo, remind me, what you're from Mexico, right?
No, I'm from Ecuador.
Ecuador. Okay, I totally got that wrong. So what do you think? In your opinion, is cloning a good idea or are scientists playing God?
What is the question about cloning? I don't understand the cloning about,
Okay.
I don't know, animals, for example?
Yeah, or people. It could be animals or people. And cloning is where you take some DNA and you
Oh,
grow
yes.
a person or an animal from that DNA.
Yes, I understand. Uh, so I think that is a bad idea. To be honest, bad is my my opinion.
Mhm. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're
And
not sure to,
what do you think about that?
well, I think it's kind of playing God. I think it's something that we should stay away from as well. I mean, I wouldn't mind cloning my dog because I don't want to lose him, but emotionally, but I can also get one of his puppies, so I'm fine with that too. So, Karan, what do you think? Is cloning a good art idea or are scientists playing God?
Honestly, I don't like this idea.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you don't want to have yourself cloned?
No.
No. Okay. All right. I'm the same way. But we have but um, Jonathan is fine with it though. But it depends on people, right? It depends on who it is. So,
Yes.
okay, question for you. In your opinion, we'll start with Coram this time. Coram, in your opinion, what is the best scientific breakthrough that has happened in your lifetime?
In every point of view, or just if you regarding the story?
No, in any point of view. We're just practicing scientific breakthrough. So,
They discover new invention that are regarding to the medicine. The people in earlier life or in earlier time, the people died because of different things, because of the different ailment. But
uh-huh,
right now they discovered the method, and they discover the medicine that regarding to health issue,
uh-huh.
and they really help the people.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So, and
Yeah.
they invent different things that just the technology, the computer, cell phone, they help
Mm-hmm.
us to, make our life easier.
Mm-hmm. I agree totally.
Most inventions are really, really very good, and I think the God gave us the mind or these things. This is the blessing of God, so we should with the blessing of God, the scientists did everything regarding the invention or this or that. So
Mm-hmm.
these things are good.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with you. Yes. Juan Pablo, how about you? What do you think was a major discovery, was a major scientific breakthrough during your lifetime?
Let me understand. The question is about the penicillin.
No, the question is scientific breakthrough. We're practicing
Oh, yeah.
this. This was an
I
example.
Oh, yes, I understand. I think that the major discover is the great. I don't know how to say in English when the people write.
Paper or the
Yes,
Okay,
writing.
the written word.
yes.
Okay, now that wasn't during your lifetime, but it is a very good scientific breakthrough. Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Jonathan, how about what do you think? What do you think was one of the most major scientific breakthroughs?
I think during my lifetime, I think the greatest,
No. Okay. Uh-huh.
or is it for the start of the times.
Well, I figured since the other two didn't respond during our lifetime, I figured I'd change this question. So,
Okay, so I think that the best was the breakthrough of the electricity. I think it
okay.
was Thomas, I'm not sure. It was a great
Edison?
breakthrough because it allowed us to make many other breakthroughs.
Yes, absolutely. All right, thank you. And Alejandro, what do you think? What is one of the most major scientific breakthroughs in history?
For me, the technology, internet or electronic devices.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I had an answer, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, man. And it was a real clever one, too.
Try to
Oh,
remember, you can, Holly, you can.
okay. Try to remember or come up with a different answer. So I think different medicines are also very important as a scientific breakthrough. This one, following Juan Pablo's idea, fire. Fire as a scientific breakthrough. So.
Yes.
Remember, you can, Holly, you can.
Okay. Try to remember or come up with. I hear myself, Jonathan. Or Juan Pablo, somebody. Could you guys? I think different medicines are.
It's Juan Pablo.
Also, okay. I'll mute him. Okay. And also, I need to have you mute too, Jonathan, because I keep hearing myself as well. For you, it's a different thing. Okay, so Alejandro, have you ever witnessed a fatal accident?
No.
Okay, you are lucky. Good.
Yeah.
Jonathan, have you ever witnessed a fatal accident?
No, I have never been to.
Good. Good. Hopefully never. So Juan Pablo, have you ever witnessed a fatal accident? And I muted you, so you need to unmute to answer. Juan Pablo, you need to unmute first.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Can you repeat the question, please?
Absolutely. Have you ever witnessed a fatal accident?
Yes. I remember the one once. I was walking throughout the street, and two cars. What is the word to describe crash? Crash is the word.
Two cars crashed.
What?
I
Yes.
need you guys. I need to interrupt. It looks like we've been having so much fun. The class was over 7 minutes ago, and I didn't even notice it. So I need to go to the next class, and hopefully people waited for me. So come on to the next class if you can. Sorry about this.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Thank you very much. You are
See you.
very
Thank
polite.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.